Thank you for joining us on the program. Let us begin in Madagascar, where voters cast their ballots in a presidential runoff election between two former presidents and the bitter rivals on Wednesday. So how did the vote go? 10 million voters are registered in Madagascar, but yesterday's runoff is set to have recorded a relatively low turnout as compared to the November first round of elections in the Indian Ocean island. Many analysts and observers describe the election to have been generally peaceful. As you may know, we have two former presidents contesting, Andre Rajoelina and Marc Ravalomanana. But then, who wins? The results are expected within a week, but vote count is currently underway.
So without further delay, we'll go straight to the Malagasy capital, Antananarivo, to examine the temperature the one after the second round of presidential election. We can imagine that yesterday was a long day for you, Volana. How are you doing? How did Antananarivo wake up on this first post-election day?
On imagine que la journée a été longue hier pour vous, Volana. Comment ça va ce matin?
Ça va très bien. Aujourd'hui, le réveil a été plutôt calme dans les rues d'Antananarivo.
All the newspapers, radio and television stations only talk about elections. In the streets, some Malagasy people are a little disoriented by the provisional results. Indeed, they told us that when they watched the ABC and Sky One television channels, pro-Ravalomanana channels, Ravalomanana wins. And when they watch Viva, a channel owned by Rajoelina, well, it's Rajoelina leading. So to find out for sure, some people prefer to go directly to the Electoral Commission's Facebook page. Others prefer to wait for the final results so as not to be manipulated. In any case, all Malagasy people have hope that there will be no spillover and no post-election crisis. But a great question remains. Will the loser accept defeat? During the televised debate, Marc Ravalomanana never stopped blaming Andre Rajoelina for the 2009 coup d'etat. Andre Rajoelina kept repeating that Marc Ravalomanana was stealing farmers' lands.
Le coup d'État de 2009, Rajoelina, lui, n'a pas arrêté de répéter que Marc Ravalomanana a volé les terres des paysans malgaches.
So we can see that the resentment are still very strong between the two men. This morning, the two candidates declared that they would accept the results. Marc Ravalomanana added, and I quote, provided that everyone plays a role of rules of the game. What can we learn from yesterday's election throughout Madagascar? The poll took place in a calm atmosphere. In the polling stations, there were no crowds, unlike in the first round. Overall, observers and voters welcomed the conduct of the election. Also in the evening, the counting took place without any excitement in the capital. But there were some tensions in the polling stations where the gap between the two candidates were very close. Some voters argued when some ballots were considered invalid because the cross was not well placed in the box, for instance. There were also some incidents during the day, such as disappearance of ballots that were placed by the Electoral Commission. Finally, concerning the campaign in general, the head of the European Union Observation Mission indicated that candidates had made an effort. For example, Lex money had been used during the second round campaign. He nonetheless indicated that the Toliara in the southwest, both teams of candidates mentioned the sums paid to bring in activists. How about the voter turnout this time around?
The
participation rate in the second round is about 43 to 44%, a fairly low rate, a little bit lower than in the first round. The two candidates therefore struggled to convince the abstentionists. It can be seen that the participation rate of Malagasy people has steadily declined over the years as elections unfold. While it peaks at nearly 90% in 1975, in 1992 it was about 75%, and then it decreased to 65% in 2011. Today it's less than 50%. Conversely, the poverty rate has continued to rise. It should be recalled that Madagascar is the only country that has been able to achieve this goal. The country in the world to have become poorer since its independence in 1960 without having experienced war. Well, thank you very much for all the details that you have given us this morning.
Alors, au moment où je vous parle, nous avons les résultats de 1471 bureaux de vote sur 24 852.
As I speak to you, we have the results of 1,445 polling stations out of 24,852. But let's be careful, these are just provisional results and results from few polling stations, so we must be very careful. But at the moment, 57.3% of votes goes to Andre Rojalina, and he's ahead. Mark Ravalomanana currently holds 42.97% of the voices. But I repeat, these are provisional results of about 1,500 polling stations out of 25,000.
Mark Ravalomanana a déclaré à ses partisans que même si Razoel ne possédait tout l'argent du monde, il ne va jamais le battre. Le changement arrive dès maintenant, dès demain, Et dès aujourd'hui, vous pouvez dire que je suis élu, a-t-il ajouté. Quant à André Razoel, il a annoncé hier, je cite, mon adversaire s'est déjà déclaré vainqueur, mais pour moi, le candidat numéro 13, c'est-à-dire lui-même, mène dans tout Madagascar. Nous attendrons sagement les résultats publiés par la CENI. En tout cas, les résultats définitifs seront connus, comme je vous le disais tout à l'heure, le 9 janvier.
Des premières tendances à prendre avec des pincettes, on retient cela. Merci beaucoup à vous.
Thank you very much for your time this morning and the updates you have given us. We'll be following these elections closely and bringing you further updates regarding this, so keep watching African News channel.
À suivre bientôt, enfin, du moins le 19 janvier. Merci à vous.